Everyone, what's up? What's up? This is episode 2 of Red Coals podcast. I feel like I'm reaching. God did not bless me with height. I don't know why. Alex, how are you, my brother?
Chilling. No, just coming off the Thanksgiving weekend. Ate a lot of food. Still eating a lot of food. A lot of leftovers.
Okay. With that being said, I think I spoke to somebody about this earlier. All right. I think today has to be the last day for leftovers.
Yeah, throw your food out.
There can, if you're still eating leftovers, if you need some money for groceries, I could send you $20. But that's it for leftovers. That's it. No more. There's no way that turkey's still juicy. There's no way. It's dry as hell by now. There's no gravy that's gonna save it. So if you have leftovers,
dump it.
Your stomach is screaming. I don't care how good you cooked it. That's enough.
And I can guarantee some of that shit started to smell already.
I was done with leftovers the next day. I went to Fridays with the whole family. They refused to eat 1 grain of rice from the night before.
What do you make, man?
Well,
what do you make for Thanksgiving?
Of course, it was an honor to actually have my special dish, the infamous Boss Rasta Pasta. That was an honor to have on the table for the second year in a row. We had jerk chicken.
Okay.
We had jerk pork, potato salad. My cousin killed that potato salad. The baked ziti. My cousin killed the baked ziti. We had the black rice, the Haitian black rice, which had to be on the table. We did not have turkey this year, and I actually argued with my mom about that. Mom, please, no turkey.
Hey.
She was like, "What if I cut it up?" I said, "Mom, we don't eat it."
Ain't nothing wrong if you didn't have turkey. That's like a Jamaican household doing Thanksgiving and having turkey. No one's gonna eat it. That's literally just gonna be sitting there.
Do they jerk it?
Hell no, that shit is tough.
Jerk turkey?
That fucking meat is hard. We ain't jerking that.
Yeah, well, I know Jamaicans like to jerk everything. Pause. Yo, Mark.
We do though.
Man, so Thanksgiving was great. You came over. You got a chance to see my family.
Yes.
From a whole, different perspective.
That was a wonderful evening. That was a wonderful setup. That rasa pasta.
Thank you, brother.
That shit actually hit the spot. That shit was great.
Thank you for keeping it real, because if it was bad and you lied to me, I don't know if I would have invited you next year.
Hey, listen, the only thing I can say, just add a little bit more pepper to it. Some Scotch bonnet.
So here's the thing. There was many people there that did not want too much spice. That's actually why we didn't even have the Haitian pickles on the table. So unfortunately, I did not make it with that extra kick that I normally would, because the jerk pork and the jerk chicken was supposed to complement it. So you were supposed to have that both on the plate.
The spiciness from the jerk chicken. I see.
Exactly.
I get it now. Okay. Did you hold up? Did you do any shopping for Black Friday?
I did. Well, my wife just jumped on the live. I don't want to say what I bought.
What did you buy, man? Say, she ain't gonna say anything.
I don't want to say what I bought on the live. She's gonna be like, "You bought what?"
Let me see.
And if I bought something, I would have had to order every one order I made. I would have had to order 2 things for her.
Oh shoot! She actually replied. She was like, "Oh really?"
Yeah, she's on the live. You should have asked me that question about 1 minute sooner. Nah, but some of the stuff is for Christmas.
You know what's funny though?
It's some surprises.
Yeah. You know what's funny? So I was going through the internet on Amazon and everything today. I didn't find anything I wanted for Cyber Monday. I didn't really see anything of like a deal that I'm like, yo, I want that. I feel like there was less deals this year than previous years.
Yeah, because if you look at it, first of all, it's not the same, because they start Black Friday like a whole week, maybe 2 weeks before that. You see companies already promoting early Black Friday.
Yep. So
I missed the fights.
So there was this one item I wanted to buy. Their sale was literally November 1st to like right before Christmas. So no Black Friday deals, no Cyber Monday deals. That's it. Like, this is just their sale.
Cyber Monday was not bad. I woke up and I was on that computer all morning, and Cyber Monday was not bad. Best Buy had some shit.
Okay.
If you're a techie person and you needed some like equipments like iRig or the MacBooks actually were on sale for really good prices, like on some $300-400 off.
Oh shoot.
They were still like $1,200 MacBooks for those who understand the quality of a MacBook, and that's a cliche for me to say because I was never an Apple fan.
And since we're on the topic of deals, people, can you all stop waiting for Black Friday to buy a TV?
Yeah, that's true.
Stop it.
TVs are on sale all year long. All year long, you can get a
Cheaper
good TV for $150 all year long. Best Buy has open box, which is great all year long.
Yep.
So, though that's why Black Friday is not the same, because first of all, we don't need all the shit that they're selling. We don't need it anymore. We've been buying it for all these years already.
Most of those stuff we have already.
The TV, that 4K TV we had last year, it's still great.
Yep.
I don't need, unless I'm greedy and I want to upgrade from a 55 to a 75. But some people have that emotional spending issue where they just see a sale and they just have to spend.
Yep, they just have to spend.
And companies love people like you, and those are the people that companies are still eating on. Those people, like, they walk past the aisle, they see the number, and they're like, I just have to get it because it's a great deal. But it's a mind game that they play with us. If you actually do the math on a 30% discount, it's nothing. It's the taxes, which New York already has very high, plus a little bit more off. But your mind is looking at that 30% and thinking you're really doing something.
All right, so since we're on the topic of sales and stuff.
Samantha, what up?
What's his name? Kanye West, whatever you want to be calling himself right now.
Can't be easy no more.
Dude's over here selling his Balenciagas, his Adidas, and Gap hoodies for $20.
So there's something about Balenciaga that I found out this week. I don't know if anybody else saw it, but Balenciaga actually put out
that kids
terrible
commercial
ad. Yeah,
I saw
with a child in a BDSM outfit, which is pure child abuse. It's so, and this is what we was talking about the other day, like with the Netflix movies and how certain cultures is allowed to do certain things, because in Europe that ad could fly.
Yeah. Easily.
It's not that bad.
That's why they do it, because that's what they know, that's what they're used to. This is not like strange to them.
And Kim Kardashian actually spoke on it. Kim Kardashian actually said something against fashion. Against her ex-husband's company that dropped them. She said something. Kim. So Ye spoke and said a very wonderful statement as well, which I don't give him that much credit right now because I do feel like Kanye is sick.
I actually saw the statement. I said the same thing. I was like,
Celebrities are controlled. They're all controlled. That's why he was the only one that spoke on the Balenciaga ad, and that's why none of the rest of them canceled Balenciaga when they should have on the spot. Of course, right now he's looking for people to jump on his wagon because his army is shrinking.
I feel like it's a known fact now that celebrities are controlled by the media pretty much.
Absolutely.
By a brand.
Absolutely.
That's a known fact. That's nothing strange to anyone right now.
Do we have enough black brands to support and beat them?
No.
Sean John. I don't know who's wearing Sean John right now, unfortunately. Rocawear. I don't know. I don't even see Rocawear for sale.
I haven't seen none of that in a while now.
So I think that's another part of the problem as well. Even if black designers come out, who's going to support them that well? We all know somebody, maybe a friend of ours, that designs clothes.
But we ain't buying from them.
We don't own one shirt. We won't make one post.
And even if we're buying from them, we're always asking for deals.
Always. And meanwhile, I'm saying that, I want to shout out some dope designers. One of my favorite, Foreign Labor, my boy Maddox, killing the game right now with his very exotic styles, and everything is hand stitched by him, and his fashion is so loud and just, it's different. You're going to wear a piece of his and they're going to have to ask, yo, who is that? What is that? And he has celebrities wearing it right now. He's from Brooklyn. Shout out to my boy Maddox, Foreign Labor.
What he makes the shirts, or he makes like
He makes shirts, jackets, bags. He does custom stitching on shoes, boots, sneakers, bandanas, everything. Like, you can literally give him a vision of what you want to wear, and he will bring it to life with that sewing machine.
So I'm over here looking on this Balenciaga ad. What kind of creepy ass BDM doll is this?
Yeah, man. When I seen that, It popped up on my Instagram actually.
I'm looking on this and this shit looks terrifying.
And they still put it up and nobody canceled it.
And I have to blame the parents too. Like whoever the parents for these kids are, you all get an L for that one.
As a parent, there's this money can't buy my child for certain things because that picture stays up forever. My child's gonna grow up and see that picture later in the future somewhere because once it's on the web, it's forever there. It doesn't go away.
Nope.
And I have to explain to my child if they get mad at me later, hey mom, why'd you let me take this picture? I look crazy. You got me in a leather sex thing?
We did it for the money.
Not gonna fly with me. There has to be a standard as a parent. There has to be a part where you say, nah, this ain't worth it for my child and for my family. I can't do this. I think they've done this a lot with Disney kids too.
Yeah, that's literally like it's almost like I don't want to say a cult, but Disney like they train, they mold all those kids from a young age coming right up until they're done with the ones they have no use for, and then push the ones that they think they can make money from.
Working for them is actually very depressing. As a child actor for Disney, it's very demanding. You're not a child anymore. Working for them, it's those shows countless hours, and then you still got to try to go to school and try to be a kid. Impossible.
Mm-hmm.
But the parents want the money, so they put the kid through it. Now the kid grows up, depression hits, all types of things happen to them.
All messed up.
And they're just telling the kid, forget about it. Don't worry about it. You're getting paid. You're feeding your family. Are you going to let this stop? No, you're not. So continue doing what you're doing. You'll get over your depression. Keep looking at the checks and get over it. People forget that there's a lot of things that money cannot buy. Happiness and sanity. Money will never buy those things. If you can see rich people killing themselves, you can't tell me that money can buy those things.
No, hell no.
So I see you checking out that Chris Christie thing.
Yeah.
Oh, my daughter loved that family.
That family's partially in jail right now.
My daughter wanted to, I remember she said it one time, I want to be in that family. This family's so broke. My 14-year-old said that to me one time. And I was like, wow. I asked her the other day because this was on the TV as she was walking into my room. And I was like, hurry up, come here, come watch this.
Nah.
And she was like, what?
Nah, it's funny. So the dad is getting 12 years in prison. The mom is getting 7. And they both are getting like 3 years after that supervised release. And their accountant is getting some jail time too.
Oh my God. All these people living so high at the top and fall so hard. It's good to see that the law actually does work at times.
It's not even that it works. It actually caught up with this family on an earlier basis. Because normally stuff like this, we see they're up in their 70s by the time they're like, oh, so this and this person actually did fraud, tax fraud, and everything. And no, they're getting jail time. 70-something. What's the use?
And is that because it's messing with the Fed's money? Is that why they're actually paying attention to these things?
So pretty much, because if I'm not wrong, they were like taking out a good amount, like I think at least 30 mil in loans and stuff.
Oh my God! Did you hear about the football star Brett Favre? That scammed I forgot the exact city and state out of millions of welfare funds.
Oh damn!
To finance his own agendas.
Black or white?
Brett Favre is white. Brett Favre is white. Now, he did end up paying all that back, but you see how you didn't hear about that, right?
Nope.
Because
they
he's white.
Under the carpet. Yep.
He's a white football legend, and there was no way that they could let that story. I heard that story on Hot 97 one morning. They actually spoke about it. That's how I heard about it, and then I read a little bit on it. It was him and a whole entourage of people that robbed welfare money. So you have the rich robbing from the poor. How does that work?
That's nothing new.
How is in your mind as a person who's doing well? How do you sleep at night knowing that you're robbing the rich? The poor.
So the rich has been robbing from the poor. Check your bank loans out when you're poor. You have a higher interest rate, you're paying way back more than the rich person.
That's true.
So they've been
true.
robbing. This ain't nothing new to them.
That's true. That's true. All we have to do is get educated. The educational economics for the youth, especially in the black community, is 0 to none. Now, yes, there's the internet now and stuff, but I don't think the youth is out there looking up what interest rates really mean, what's a good time to buy, sell, this, that, and the third. They're not looking up that. They're looking up when's the next Jordan dropping.
No, they ain't.
And it's sad. It's sad.
So, as you said, it literally goes back to just being educated. I feel like a lot of us in the black community are just people of color. I don't think we try to go out there to like get a better understanding of how the system works. And I want to blame that on like our predecessors, because it's almost like you're just following in their footsteps. Absolutely. And not a lot of them is actually like trying to branch out, learn something new, or break the generational curse. Poverty, curse and everything that they have. And I feel like some of them are afraid to even try.
Generational curses is a thing, because even the one in the family that might go and take that extra step and do that extra studying and do that extra learning, they'll come back and try to teach family members, and they'll look at them like, "What are you talking about? So, this is stupid. You don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah, so that's
they're so comfortable in the curse.
One will learn it, but the others rather ask you, like, let me get a grant or something. Let me get a change or something, instead of being like, all right, yo, since you know it, teach me so I can teach other people too.
So how do you feel about that, right? So let's say me and you, this podcast gets crazy, and all of a sudden we're getting crazy sponsors, checks are rolling in, maybe we're touching $500,000, and now, of course, you're going to have the handouts coming to you. How do you think you would handle something like that? I don't know if you ever imagine yourself becoming wealthy, because I do. That everything I'm doing is to get to a point. Wealthy, not to be crazy where I don't even know what to do with money, but comfortable. So what do you think you do? You get wealthy, and now all these hands are coming out.
So I've always told myself, like, if I get to the point where I know that, all right, as you said, I'm wealthy, I'm rich, I can easily take care of my day-to-day activities, whatever bills I have in life, and I still have abundance of wealth and everything after that. Instead of me, like, saying, giving someone, like, cash or just giving someone money, I'm like, all right, this is what I can do for you. I can put you on the path to where you can do the same. Because
we're talking about a black family, right?
Yep. But of course we're talking about a black family. We're the ones who need the help. We're the ones who are years behind. So I'd rather give you the tools to be like, all right, here you go. This is what you need to do. I'll help you along the way.
Are you saying tools like, hey, listen, I'll pay for your college tuition to go study and learn this thing that you said you're passionate about?
Yeah, stuff like that. That's where.
How many of them you think is actually going to take that college money and go to school and graduate?
So that's the thing now. You can't just give them the money. You have to give it out on a scholarship basis directly to the school. So if you ain't going, my money comes right back to me. Or no money is actually dished out.
I don't know if a lot of black family members going to take that. They're going to be like, come on, man.
So if
Why you can't just give me the check? Just write the check. I promise.
So if they don't want to take it, well, that's your loss. I'm not going to cut you the check. I'm going to give you the tools.
How different you think that would be from a black American family to a Caribbean family? How do you think that conversation, does it have the same outcome?
I feel like
the Caribbean people can beg.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I feel like American families will have a better benefit. We already have experience from our Caribbean family and everything. They rather you send the money day in, day out.
That's true. Western Union me $1 million right now.
Yeah,
I'm dying.
That's what they want. They call you every week, every month, just to collect a check. That's all.
The $1 million from last week ran out. Yep. Send me another $1 million.
And even if, so I've seen instances where you help someone start a business and everything, and they'll still call you for money to do something that has to do with the business you just started. I'm like, aren't you making money from the business? Why are you calling me for money still?
I think if I got to that wealthy point, I would be like Shark Tank. You ever watch that show Shark Tank?
Mm-hmm.
Where all these people with these amazing ideas come and they have to sit in front of these investors, these wealthy investors like Mark Cuban, and really break down their idea. And if they were to get this investment money from one of these millionaires, how are they actually going to flip this money to pay the investor back and profit themselves?
A lot of them don't want to do the legwork. They don't.
You want to start a business. Do you have a business plan? Do you have a 5-year plan? Do you know that the first 5 years you might be broke? The first 4 years, 3 years, the business does not make money, does not make profit.
9 out of 10 times, they'll never have a business idea.
All of a sudden, they might if you get rich and you're sitting there in the living room like Santa Claus and you're having meetings with family members. Okay, it's 2:00. I got to meet with Uncle John. Uncle John all of a sudden, yo, what's up, man? I want to start a cannabis business. It's legal in New York now. Let me get like $2 million. I got to get the license. I got to get the whole greenery.
To someone like that, I was like, all right, go do your research. Come back to me with the info you have, and then we'll go from there.
Uncle John never smoked weed before, though. He still wants $2 million to start a cannabis business. He never smoked weed before.
I know nothing about weed. Not one thing.
As a smoker, shout out to all the weed people, but I can't do weed, man. That shit puts me to sleep.
Don't worry, guys. I'll be making a weed infused shisha flavor soon, so I got you.
I can't. A lot of people have asked me for that. I can't. They told me there's different strains of weed.
No, there is.
So maybe the strains that I've tried is the melatonin. I don't know, because that shit knocks me out, and it definitely makes me hungry as hell.
He said the melatonin.
The ones that I've smoked, that's what it's like.
So I think every weed, no matter the strain, makes you hungry. So that's not just a strain. That's like every weed. Natural.
Can I make another confession? So you know how they call weed loud? So the first 2 times that I smoked weed, the smallest pin drop was literally like a boom in my ears.
You were high.
Is that normal?
You were high.
I was high. Ladies and gentlemen, I did not know that I was high. I thought there was something wrong. It was literally a pin that dropped, and it was the loudest sound at that moment. I jumped up. I remember. I jumped up. I was like, oh my God, what is that sound?
So I've never had a weed session that I could get high from. It's funny that...
That was after 2 pulls, bro. After 2 pulls, I was there.
Listen, I've took 2 or 3 pulls, and I've never gotten high. I've never gotten anywhere close to that.
Do I have to be Jamaican? I think Jamaican bloodstreams is built for weed. From the time you're 10, hey boy, take a hit of this.
You know, man, is spliff I built? Never smoked one.
There's an art to that.
Never
I watch people
one.
that build spliffs, and I'm just like, how are you doing this with your hands?
All my friends in Jamaica, almost a good 80% of them smokes weed.
So it is a cultural thing for Jamaica.
Yeah, it is a cultural thing, and nowadays it's become more prominent. Like, it's not just like, oh, a few people used to smoke it. It's almost like everyone you turn around right now smokes weed in Jamaica. Especially the younger generation.
Chris, that doesn't happen in Haiti, right? In Haiti, it's baboku. They're drinking rum. Oh, buzz. That's what they call it now. Because buzz wasn't really a thing when we were younger. Like Jamaica, weed was definitely a thing since we were born. We knew that Jamaicans smoked weed. We thought weed only came from Jamaica for the way that they represent weed. It's now, and it's crazy to me now that they legalize weed, and you have all these people that went to jail for that had their lives ruined off of small amounts of possession. Ron, you know anybody that did time for weed? How does that work now that they cleared the law and they legalized weed? So now they just walk out of prison? Is that literally how it works now? Wow. But they still can't get a job.
So if
because the record is not expunged that fast.
If I'm not wrong, I think you have a few legal firms that's actually trying to take all those cases on of people who are actually in prison for weed, try to get all the charges and everything dropped and everything.
Why even do it if they had this idea to legalize weed for a very, very long time.
They just didn't know how to.
And they didn't know who was gonna the top person. The numbers weren't right yet. The money amount wasn't right yet. The main question was, so how much am I gonna make off of this? And I think nobody had a good number for them. So they were like, nope, I'm not passing it. It's not legalizing. All of a sudden, one of the states that would arrest people for marijuana the hardest, New York, the whole state is weed free.
So
even recreational.
So I feel like it's a weed dealer that got into politics that literally made it so this is how much we make, this is how we can make money from it, so this is how we can tax it.
Colorado was the first state.
Because they needed insider information on that.
Colorado made millions the first year. The first year they legalized weed, Colorado made millions in revenue off of just that.
So I feel like you have a lot of people who wants to smoke weed or want to try weed and stuff, but because it wasn't legal, they were like, all right, no, I'm not going to get it. But once they made it legal, a lot of people who did not smoke weed literally started smoke weed.
I do understand the medical benefits of it. I have a family member that I have seen the positive notes on it, how it has helped her deal with intense pain. I have seen that, but is weed literally a bad thing? Is it? Because the people that are against it are still fighting and are still saying that this stuff is horrible. Don't touch it.
Yeah. Who's this? PKT NYC. Thanks for that update. That is not federally.
That's Vaughn.
It's not federal legal. It's mostly legal in certain states. Not all of them yet.
Oh, so you can still federally get charged for possession?
Yes. Not in New York.
Oh, so you're telling me I can't just drive around states with pounds of weed in my car?
Only the states that they have it legal in.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Wait, is that if I leave New York, or is that in New York? So how do I profit? So, are we talking about the good old shoebox money? Oh, okay. And who does the robbing? The state?
No, people, because they can't claim for it. They can't claim anything for it. They can't claim the insurance and stuff on it. Yeah, so.
So you telling me it's just a bunch of cash flow in all these little 420 pop-up shops that are starting to show up all over the city? Oh, so these guys have mad cash in the building all the time.
My school is in New Hampshire, and the borders from New Hampshire to Massachusetts, it's like for people that live in Long Island, it's like driving from Brentwood to Bayshore, Brentwood to Suffolk. If you drive maybe 10, 15 minutes, either east or south or west, you're in Vermont or you're in Massachusetts. Unless you're in the heart of New Hampshire, if you're anywhere within a 35, 40 minutes of the border, you fall into New Hampshire. So like my school is 30 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes out of Massachusetts. There's a weed dispensary on the border of New Hampshire. So people cross, and state troopers literally sit there. People cross from from Massachusetts into New Hampshire, buy weed, will stop at the border, smoke their weed, and drive back into Massachusetts. Literally, it's like, have you ever seen the border of like North Korea and South Korea?
Yeah.
How they have like the two guards looking at each other? Yeah. So one is the cop and one is the guy literally smoking a blunt, but the cop can't cross the line because he's out of jurisdiction. And then somebody else drives, because once they cross into Massachusetts, now you're driving under the influence. So somebody that wasn't smoking drives.
See you, Dragon. My boy Dragon said, I don't smoke weed, but that's valuable knowledge. And it is valuable knowledge.
Yeah.
Because imagine one of your friends is like, yo, bro, can you just like drop this off for me over here in Jersey or something for me? Pay attention, guys. And Jersey's right there. But didn't they just legalize recreational weed?
So listen,
It can't be more than like an ounce or something like that.
not even just that. So say if you have just your regular weed sitting in your cup holder, technically that's like having an open container of alcohol.
Of liquor. Oh.
So that you can still get ticketed for that.
They can't arrest you for it, but they'll definitely try and jam you up.
They can ticket you.
And usually guys that are doing that might have some other shit that the cop might find that if they got
And
him.
because the cop sees it, he's within all his rights to search your whole car.
Yep.
He can search the whole car. Weed is legal, but it's still a controlled substance.
But I could walk around in the city and blow smoke in a cop's face.
Yep. Now the cop could probably jam you up for, and if he told you, yo, don't blow that in my face, and then you do it, he could probably arrest you for insubordination.
You jaywalked and was doing it. He was like, you jaywalked. I got him. Come with me.
He got you for some bullshit like that.
Oh.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Also, the people that do consignment, stop driving across the border with liquor in your car.
Yeah, that's the dance hall people. Mm-hmm. Them consignment guys take a big risk with all that liquor that they be driving across states to get those deals.
So the states on the East Coast that weed is fully legal is Maine, Pennsylvania, Vermont, Connecticut. They actually say it's legal in New Jersey now. Yeah. So New Jersey and Virginia. Everything else is like medicinal.
In New Hampshire is a very liberal state. Like their flag slogan is "Live free or die." Like you won't get pulled over in New Hampshire for not wearing your seatbelt.
They have a open carry, right?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. Like
Now-
I've literally walked into Walmart and niggas got it on them, not hiding it, nothing. They sell big ass guns in the Walmart, just out there.
Piggybacking off of that, Ron, I might need your assistance on this as well, because New York did also pass the carry law.
Did they fully pass it or it's still in force?
It's
Oh, it's
passed.
passed now?
I know you can't open carry in Times Square in those large areas. How do those gun rules work? That means niggas can't just go around with their Glock.
So right now,
Flashing.
I'm in the process of getting my concealed carry legally. So it's a year process. It costs the arm and a leg,
Of course it does.
and like I can't. So technically, for Suffolk, it'd be valid in Suffolk, but I couldn't go past into Queens. If that makes sense.
With your gun,
Yeah.
even if it's concealed under your shirt and you have a permit.
I would have to also get one from the NYC area.
And the process is like super
Just like
long.
I got to get one for. So like out here, I have big guns legally in my name. I couldn't bring them to Nassau. I'd have to do another process.
Different certification for NASA.
So from Brentwood to Nassau, I can't carry my gun openly, even though I have my permit.
So it's pretty much just only in Suffolk then.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. I mean, because if you're having your gun to protect yourself, that means you're protecting yourself within your jurisdiction.
Yeah.
I live in Suffolk. I live in Brentwood. I'm protecting myself in Brentwood. I'm not going to Nassau to settle beef. You know, not expecting these guys to come to Brentwood. Now, if they come to Brentwood, I got it. But if I got to go over there, that could kind of make sense. I think that would avoid a Wild Wild West. Because when I first heard of it, I got scared. I'm like, my God.
I did.
They gonna let New York dudes openly carry? Concealed? Even that still.
In the year?
Oh, you have to fire a warning shot first.
a warning shot, and you literally have to like be in fear for your life. So like, if I'm walking in Brooklyn and I'm walking by like the Barclays Center or something, and some dude walks by me and shoves me, just like a hood nigga just walks by and shoves me, and I look at him like, yo, bro. He'd be like, yo, what's up? I can't pull out my gun. That's not self-defense. You know, if I'm getting stomped out, that's still not self-defense. If you getting somebody really kicking you, stomping you, that's not self-defense.
So that's self-defense.
Okay.
So how is stomped out not imminent danger of death?
Yeah, because you could break a rib, puncture a lung. Bro, you ever got stomped out by Tim's? Ouch.
But someone can beat you to death though.
Someone, yeah, but at that point, you know when you're getting beaten to death. If you're getting kicked on the ground by one person and you can't find a way to get up without, it's the same thing. It's the same thing for a cop. What would we say if a cop pulls somebody over, whatever, gets into an altercation, and the guy's bigger than the cop, and he's just kicking the cop on the ground, and then the cop pulls out his gun and shoots him. Everyone's gonna be like, oh my God, Black Lives Matter, or that's police abuse, this, that, and the third. Everybody gonna be like, oh, why didn't the cop grab his taser? Why didn't the cop?
Ooh, we can argue that. Eric Gardner.
And then people might say, well, a cop is trained, they teach them karate and all that shit. Listen, you get into a real life fight where shit is moving at 100 miles an hour, you don't know what the fuck is gonna happen, and you try to make the right decision and it's a split second from using your left hand to go to the left side of your wristband, or using your right hand to go to the right side of your wristband, because they can't keep them on the same side.
Right.
So your left hand could have the taser, your right hand could have the gun, but you getting stomped out.
But you know there's cops that made that mistake. The female cop that shot that innocent person, and she said she thought it was her taser instead, and ended up killing somebody innocent.
Yes.
And then people say, oh, well, cops need better training. Well, if you want to carry a gun, are you willing to go through all that training? Are you willing to go through the self-defenses class so you know when you're about to, on the brink of death, or somebody's literally trying to kill you? Like road rage, for example.
Oh, yeah.
If somebody cuts you off, you can't. Well, I thought you were going to crash on me. What if I crashed and died?
I absolutely agree with the fact that it takes great responsibility to own a gun. If you got anger issues, I don't see why you're getting a gun, because you already know what's gonna happen once you get pissed off. That road rage. I've seen somebody get beat up over a parking spot in Walmart, in the parking lot. The guy pulled over, blocked him in, hopped out the car, and just started swinging on him. And nobody helped, unfortunately.
So, talking about getting stomped out to death, what's her name?
Shanquella, yes.
Robinson.
Rest in peace, young lady. Rest in peace. Beautiful black girl, beautiful black soul. Just entrepreneur.
Yes. So I went on her Instagram and everything. I was like, oh shit, this girl was doing it.
Yeah. As a parent, I was like, damn, I couldn't ask for a better child.
Yeah, she was doing it. She was
avoided pregnancy.
Good entrepreneur and everything. Like, she was doing it.
2 businesses, I believe.
Yep.
She had 2 businesses.
Yep. And so when I was reading about it, I was like, the first thing I saw was the video, and this is why I'm like, so they're issuing an arrest warrant for just like the girl that was in the video that was like beating her up and everything. Yeah. Yes, I was like, you guys need to issue a warrant for everyone that went on that trip, cause
who was recording the video?
Yeah, so I saw that shit. They were like, we wanted to question our friends if anyone tried to intervene. I was like, if anyone tried to intervene, you heard everyone in the background of that video. Oh, defend yourself. Why don't you fight? Especially the dude that was recording the video. Like,
oh, man.
Really?
As a parent watching that, I have 4 daughters.
A good lawyer would argue at the fact that I'm not entitled to jump into a fight to save someone.
Yeah, but at the same time,
that's the fucked up part about being a lawyer.
At the same time, a good lawyer would argue for the rest of the friends. The dude that was actually recording, I don't care how good your lawyer is, you're an accomplice right now.
Yeah.
You
You're an
physically took up a
accomplice.
phone.
He's only an accomplice if he tried to render aid after, or if he didn't try to render aid to her, and only took that video and simply used it for publicity. Yo, I'm the only one that got the video. I'm the only one that seen shit. Cause
That's pretty much.
You see all these loopholes in the law?
That's pretty much how that video got out. Pretty much he had it.
But put it this way, it's like you walking down the street, you see somebody getting fucked up, you see somebody getting jumped, and you was just walking down the street. Just an example, right? And then I'm gonna tie it back to this. You see somebody walking down the street, they're getting fucked up, they're about to die. That person just got fucked up. I don't know if that person has a weapon on them. What if I go and try to help, and then the person that was getting fucked up gets up and is just out of it because they got knocked out, they got a head injury, and they pull something out and they try to hit their assailant and hit me? Then what happens? Now, this falls under international law because she's an American citizen that died in a different country. So
How much is Mexico with America? Not really. It's not like Puerto Rico.
No jurisdiction. Yep. None.
No jurisdiction.
That's why they're trying to extradite whoever the girl was.
at all. So right now, Mexican authorities are working with the United States government to have her extradited because the only type of authority that they have is extradition. That's it. So if you commit a crime in Mexico and they figure out who it is and you come back to the States, they can contact the government of the United States
And say that we
US
want such and such.
U.S. Marshals will come and get you and bring you to Mexico.
Okay.
So like a regular cop can't come and get you because cops they're not gonna have that much knowledge unless U.S. Marshals can't contact you or they feel like you're a danger or you might have a weapon. So they'll contact local forces to come and get you as far as a sense of backup.
Okay. So
I do hope that they catch that.
so the wild
that
part
horrible-
about that story when I was reading it is I feel like someone got paid somewhere because the initial report was that I think they said she was like some alcohol, something like she drank too much or something.
Yeah, that was the
alcohol
original
poisoning.
reason for the call.
So not even just the original,
drunk too much.
the actual original, like whoever came there, that's what they actually wrote in their initial report that she died from. So someone
So the
definitely,
autopsy showed the
yeah,
injury to the spine.
someone
back of the
definitely
neck.
got paid because they have two reports.
In those countries, that's not uncommon because the American dollar is still worth a lot over there.
Well,
Hell yeah! You know how much $100 is?
In Mexico, yeah.
$100 I got when I went to Mexico in August. I went to Cancun. I went with $1,000 in my pocket. $100 in Mexico is 3,000 pesos.
Wow.
3,000 pesos.
Wow. That's a lot.
2,800.
It's a lot of
3,000
tacos.
pesos. That's if the currency didn't change, right? And they give it to you. They have a $10 bill, a $50 bill, a $20 bill, a $5 bill. They don't have they have a $1.
Bro, can I get some of that Jameson?
So they have the same type of bills that we have, and then they have the coins too.
Yeah.
The coins is like
Pesos.
five pesos could be on a coin. So I was smoking hookah in the hotel, beautiful hotel. They had hookah in the hotel, and it was 30 pesos.
oh yeah,
30 pesos is like $5
Wow.
for a hookah.
Wow.
For a hookah. Nigga, I was smoking hookah 4 or 5 times a day.
Shit.
$5, and they had the Alma Moon hookahs.
Yeah, the Calamoons. The Calamoons.
Them shits, and they had Lotus tops. They made good hookahs. I was surprised.
Mexican hookahs good?
They made good hookahs.
Wow. They put tequila in it?
No. But they made good hookahs. But that's the currency. So you walk up to a doctor, especially where they were. Doctors in tropical areas don't make as much as the ones that are in the city.
Right.
Because they're really dealing with people like, if you drink the local water, now you got to go to the hospital because your stomach is killing you. They're not really making much, you know. So You walk up to a Mexican doctor with $1,000 or $5,000. You just made this nigga's week.
Wow.
All I gotta say is this. Okay.
Wow.
So every time I look at that
Mexico,
story,
man. I've never been to Mexico.
yeah, nah, I need to go there. Every time I check that story out,
Let's go.
yeah,
Let's go to Mexico.
every time I check that story out, I'm like,
Cancun.
so on her part, I'm like, how well do you know these guys?
Well, these are supposed to be her good friends. I mean,
Yeah, I
you don't
know.
go on trips
So-
with just anybody.
Yeah, I know. So I'm like, so when I saw it and it was like, all right, yo, this is actually your friends group, people she hang out with. I'm like, so how long have they been plotting this then? How long have they like had something on you? How long have they envied you and stuff?
Yeah.
Like this is
And she would have had no idea about that.
yeah, because
usually you don't know.
this is
the snake in the
nothing.
grass.
So this is nothing new. This is not. Oh, we went to Mexico. Then we're like, all right, and we don't like this girl. I feel like was literally that build up.
Yeah, we're gonna get her there.
And then, especially, she was like, I'm not fighting. What am I fighting for? Like she's like, why am I fighting my friend? Pretty much.
Yeah. When I was looking at the video, I think in her mind, she was taken by surprise. That
Yeah,
this
she
is
was.
that this is happening. Because she just when she dropped her, and she's just sitting there taking those hits to her head, those punches. And I think in her mind, she's just like, this is my friend doing this to me?
Yeah, because
why are you doing this?
Because the guy said in the video, fight back, and she's like, no. And I think there's another video that I saw today too, that she was actually walking around the hotel searching for them, only to find them in a room, all of them in a room by themselves. If that isn't sketchy on a next level,
Yeah. I really do hope that some serious justice is met for this young lady, an innocent soul who was on the right path as a black queen, taken away by the black envy and hate. It's sad to realize that doing the right thing as a black person can get you hurt. It can get you killed. Nowadays, it's not even hurt. Blacks are just killing blacks for being successful.
yes,
For doing something right. It's a pandemic right now.
it's literally envy.
That's the only ones I hear about. I never heard of an Asian killing another Asian. And
Because
mind
he's
you,
doing well.
his Chinese food stores across the street from him.
Yep.
He's not going over there. Yeah. Yo, I need some more pork. All right, yeah, sure. I'll have what's the name? Bring it over.
Listen, that's just like the Middle Eastern
Yeah,
community.
man.
They be owning like
And that's the thing. They have communities.
Yeah, they be
of
owning like
success.
their little like audio shops where they're selling like their appliances and stuff, jewelry and everything right next to them. Oh, that's my uncle.
Yeah. He'll recommend you to his other uncle across town.
Yep.
Yo, I don't have that dishwasher.
Yeah.
Go to Ahmed over here
I
in,
tell him I sent you.
in Queens on Liberty. He got it. I'm gonna call him for you. He'll have it ready for you as soon as you walk in.
That's why.
But that won't happen with a black person.
So-
A black person will not say, "Hey, I know so and so who has this product. Go over there." They're not gonna do that. Where do you think that stems from? Where black people are so mad at another black person for doing well? I believe that is the crab in a barrel mentality. You ever seen crabs in a barrel? When one of them they're all just clawing each other. They're all clawing. I had crabs for dinner a few weeks ago, and I went to pick the crabs, and I'm lifting the crab up.
The other one
and
is
the
hanging
other
on,
one-
trying to get out too.
Yo, he's holding on to him so hard that he rips a part off, a leg or a whole arm off. And I'm looking at the barrel, and I'm like, yo, this is exactly what black people look like. This is what they look like right now.
If I'm not wrong, I think they said they can't find that girl either. I think she went on the run.
Yeah. They'll find her. All she has to do is leave her phone on. They'll find her.
No, yeah, they do.
They only need to get one of them because they're going to talk. Who wants to really face Mexican jail time? Him.
That's who they need to find. That Literally, just like that. Find him. I'm like, listen, man, you were videoing it. You saw everything. You didn't try to intervene. We're going to make you accomplice. Where's the girl?
But that goes back to a lot of the loopholes that DJ X just described. You know, that person, even though they were recording, but they're still not going out for them. There's no warrant for that person.
So you have the loopholes, but if you catch him before he has a chance to even be like, all right, let me use the loophole, they might get the info that they need. Yeah, they might get the info they need.
Remember, in America, it's legal. Recording in different states is weird. Like in New York City, you could record police. You could publicly record. If you're in a public place and somebody's recording, you can't tell them, turn your camera off. If that person is intentionally putting you in their video, let's say like all of these YouTube content creators, when they're doing these pranks and stuff like that, they have to ask the people when they're done, can I have you sign something to use this in a video? And if the person's cool with it, they'll be like, all right, yeah, cool. Like in New Hampshire, to audio record someone, I actually figured this out. In New Hampshire, like in New York, you cannot record someone, like audio record them. Like you can't record a phone call without telling them you're being recorded. In New Hampshire, you can. So I could call someone and record, but the person also has to be in New Hampshire. It can't be across state lines. Let's say somebody comes to my room and we're having a conversation and I feel like the conversation could be incriminating. I just feel like recording the conversation. I could just pretend like I'm on my phone and record the conversation. Audio, the law is very clear. Audio only, not visual. Audio. And I don't have to tell the person. Don't have to tell them.
So back to what you were actually saying with it, with everyone like just doing pranks and stuff. I feel like that's the line he's gonna try and play. Oh no, I thought it was just like a prank she was doing. I didn't think it was anything serious.
I don't think he's that smart. No. I don't think he's that smart because there was
He didn't sound that smart.
There was an interview that they did with the parents, and the mother said that when they all had just come back from the trip, the nigga that took the video was going to the house 3 days consecutively. He was there from morning till night, grieving with the family. Then when the autopsy came out, he stopped going.
He stopped going.
He stopped going.
So the autopsy came on. He's like, oh shit, actually we did that.
Okay. Well,
so
once again, rest in peace to her. And I just really hope that as a black family, because that's what we consider ourselves to be many times when we call ourselves brothers and sisters, that we could really stop, because it's more than hate now. The envy and jealousy is such an evil spirit, because for you to literally kill someone that is doing good in life, and mind you, it wasn't handed to them. They came from the bottom. They earned it. You probably watched them, because usually a lot of the people that kill these people are close to them. It's not really a stranger, because strangers support you more than your friends do.
No, they do.
I own a business. So the most support I've gotten from my business is random people on Instagram.
The most feedback,
who
the
shared
most
my
comments,
stuff,
everyone, always strangers.
So the killing or a hater, somebody who envies my success, is probably going to be a friend of mine.
But at the same time, I'm like, why would you envy this girl though? You guys are all friends.
She was so innocent, man. I was talking to my Haitian mom about it. He did not Zach. She was like, oh, she was involved in something that we don't know about yet.
Nah.
I'm like, Mom, watch the video. The girl's not even fighting back. What was there a bad deal that went on behind the scenes that we don't know about? The girl wasn't selling cocaine. She was a beauty. She sold beauty stuff.
So I don't know. So yes. So when I saw the video,
we're still on that. It's 2022.
So when I saw the video, I was like, all right, hold up. So you're getting stumped out. You ain't defending yourself. What the hell did you do to this girl? That's the first thing that came to mind. I'm like, what did you say or do to this girl that prompt that response from her?
Yeah, it was a setup because they lined her up in the room. They lined her up in the room.
Listen, me, Jerry, X, all of us going
Bro, they had a villa.
on a vacay.
Like some nice stuff.
X see me stomping out Jerry. What you gonna do, X?
Nah, that's my brother.
Yeah, that's
You feel me?
That's different.
Especially if he died, God forbid, you not leaving Mexico alive.
Hey man,
I'm gonna take that charge.
I got locked up in Mexico. It ain't fun.
It's not fun.
I can imagine. Yeah,
it's
man.
not fun.
That was the scariest moment of my life.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I hope they grab at least one of them because I know none of them gonna be tough enough to be like, I'm not snitching. I'm not talking.
Yeah.
They just need one.
Cartel nigga.
We have calls on that shit still, or they're all burnt out?
That's close right here. Like jails over here, you know how they have like the Bloods, the Crips in the jails and shit like that. In Mexico, they don't give a fuck you Blood Crip.
In Mexico.
They don't give a fuck you in Mexico. Ain't nobody coming to save you. You can't make a phone call and your big homie on the outside that knows somebody else on the inside gon' give you protection.
Yeah, that
What?
sounds good.
Mexico is a Mexico. You know how many Netflix series that they do about the worst jails in America? I mean, the worst jails in the world, and Mexico always comes up.
That's true. That's true. Yo, that show Narcos? Shit, bro. Yo, I will never beef with a Mexican. I will never beef with a Mexican.
The nigga that took me to the airport.
Bobby, what up, bro? I see you on the
When I
line.
was leaving, the nigga, and I hope there's no Spanish people on this live. That
We love Mexican people.
we love Mexican
We
people.
love Mexican
Nothing against
people.
you.
But
Okay?
there was
Cinco de
this
Mayo
dude-
is my favorite holiday.
He took me to the airport, and I could have sworn that this was just his day job. I swear, from the moment I got into the taxi, because my debit card wasn't working, he pulled out. Every country has their own like little like Square Cash version.
Yeah.
So he pulled out his Square Cash thing and it converts the American dollar into pesos and stuff.
Right.
And I had money in my card. I wasn't broke or anything like that. Kept trying to pay for the taxi, and it wasn't working. I guess he didn't have Wi-Fi, or I was using my Cash App card. I guess Cash App thought my card got stolen. It was a fraudulent transaction, whatever. Mm-hmm. So the money wasn't going through. So I was like, yo, bro, like honestly, like I really gotta get to the airport. Like, do me a solid. And he kind of gave me a look. He's like, alright. And he took me to the airport.
Okay, I see.
While he was driving, he was tatted up. I'm talking about not no regular like I miss my grandmother, you know, with a cross and doves tat. I'm talking about like upside down crosses.
Like he put in work.
Teardrop on the side of his neck. I'm like, yo.
That was your cab driver?
That was a cab.
Nah, I would have walked, bro. I would have walked. I would have said, Bobby.
I was like, yo, I'm good. Just let me off right here, man. I'm good.
Feliz Navidad, something. Adios.
The area we were in Cancun,
Yeah.
we went to Moon Palace in Cancun. The area we were in Cancun,
Moon Palace.
it's actually run by the cartel.
A lot of them are. A lot of those
Mexico.
resorts, that money, the cartel washes their money through them. We're not going to stay on this topic too long. I don't want nobody knocking on my door. Hey, I say, how you know that?
Wait, no.
Dímelo. Come with me. Come
I
with me.
figured it out because the security at the hotel was crazy.
Yeah.
You had a checkpoint to get into. There was a checkpoint to get to the gate to go into the resort. And when you leave, like when it's your last day and you're leaving,
We're talking about Cancun, guys. Staying in Cancun.
you have to go through
You're
that
safe.
same checkpoint, and there's a cartel nigga. No, well, not a cartel nigga. There's a representative of the resort that is there.
That's a better way of saying
That's
it.
a good correction.
A representative of the resort.
That he has his little tablet
Carlos.
that has everybody's name.
Juan Carlos.
It has a picture of your passport, has your flight itinerary,
Oh, shit.
where you're flying to,
Ay, Dios mío.
when you're getting there, And his sole purpose is to make sure you left with no bill. So basically, you could not leave the resort
Without paying everything.
Ain't no bullshit about yo, send me an invoice. Nah. Ain't no when I get to the States,
My card's gonna
I'll
go through.
pay it online. Nah. One of the people that came with me, they racked up a $1,200 bill because it was an all-inclusive resort. So some things in the resort you had to pay for.
Right.
And people was like,
They have the water pressure thing. Like if you lift up the water bottle, it automatically sends a bill.
no, everything inside the room is complimentary.
Sounds wild.
But like if you go
No,
to the gift
yeah.
store,
When I went to the post office, it was like
they
that.
don't take payments at the gift store. They put it on your room. All my hookahs that I got, put it on my room.
$5 hookahs.
On the room.
In
On the
Mexico.
room. On the room. On the room. So now when you racking up, you don't feel like you're racking up mad bread. And the resorts, they don't take pesos. They take US dollars. So everything in the gift shops is in US dollars. So now you racking up a bill, it's only $15, put it on the room. But you're there for a week. Dude, this nigga racked up a $1,200 bill. He pleaded and pleaded and pleaded. He was like, yo, I don't know what's going on with my card. He was on the phone with his bank and all that shit. He was on the same flight as me. I don't know what happened to him. He was one of the guests at the wedding I went to. I don't know if he came back from Mexico. I left him there.
Juan Carlos.
I left that nigga. That nigga, he did not leave Mexico.
You were swimming with the fishes, I
He
say.
didn't even leave the resort.
Ooh.
Who to tell? Maybe he's still there.
Disclaimer, anything being said in this podcast cannot be used for any official governmental use
Thank
in
you.
the sense of hearings or anything like that without a proper official warrant
Thank you.
from a U.S. Supreme Court judge under the jurisdiction of New York State.
Haha, if you guys didn't know, my little brother DJ X
We're gonna have
is
to bring on X.
very educated in law. Very educated in law.
The bumble clock though, real man.
Yo, some real shit. Shout out to the Mexican people, though. You know, I don't want you guys to feel profiled as if all Mexicans are part of a cartel. That is not the message that we're sending out here. We're just talking about experiences of visiting Mexico. Mexico is still a beautiful place. A lot of American people still go there. Cancun is still a hot spot. I've never visited, but I've heard plenty of stories and watched a lot of IG stories. So I hope your friend comes back, the one that had the $1,200 bill that never left. Juan Carlos, please, let him go. And I want to official sombrero, actually. I would love to get
For those of you that travel to South American countries, please tip them because the people that are working in the resorts,
They rely on that.
They rely on those.
They rely on the tips, and they will give you so much.
Service.
The service level will be beyond. Like they will treat you like you're a VIP, and they're like, I remember I gave one of the room service people a $500 peso, which is like $20 US, and they could do a lot with 500 pesos. I swear to God, every day this nigga would knock on my door. He was giving me wake up calls.
Make sure you're good.
Wow.
Make sure you're good.
He made sure that all of the liquor,
Yep.
that nigga got me drunk.
Top shelf.
He made sure top shelf liquor in all the cabins.
Not the Jose Cuervo?
Jose Cuervo, Casamigo, Medicine, Patron.
Not the diluted shit either.
Under that
The
little shit.
nigga put a Casa Azul in my room.
Wow.
Shit.
Does tequila taste better in Mexico? So we drinking the fake shit.
Yeah.
But it says
Like
imported on the bottle, so where they importing it from?
Queens. What?
They laugh at you if you ask for Casamigos in Mexico?
Yeah, because remember, Casamigos just got popular because of celebrities here.
George Clooney.
Yeah. So it's not like
Really?
their top. Yeah, it's not like their top whatever.
The blue agave from Mexico that they put on the label. They just bought agave? Because that doesn't grow in America.
That is, I feel like that's just advertisements done for them. Oh, we import from Mexico the purest of tequila and everything just to get it out there to sell. When we're getting it from Queens.
Wow. So there's a Juan Carlos Jr. in Queens that's doing all the liquor distribution for the tequilas. Okay. I look for him.
So to close out this podcast and everything, I want to talk about that those 4 students got stabbed.
Oh man.
I think it was in Moscow, Idaho.
Idaho.
So 4 college students that got stabbed.
In a home, I think they found them in a home.
Yeah, they found them in their I think their dorm room or whatever they were renting, and they're dead, all 4 of them, and they're 2 survivors.
College campuses aren't as safe as they used to be.
No.
At all. I don't know if you guys remember after Virginia Tech, the security on college campuses went through the roof.
Yeah.
You couldn't come on campus if you weren't being escorted on campus by a student or anything like that. Now, I guess since things have died down and shootings at college campuses has died down, the level of security has died down. Also, the economy does not provide or benefit the universities paying for more security.
Right.
Look what happened in West Virginia. No, it wasn't West Virginia. 3 college football stars got gunned down.
Yeah. I heard about that.
You know? College campuses are not at my school. My school is in the middle of fucking nowhere. All of the time, I ask myself, and it's a small town, and there's not a lot of police presence.
You wanna know what's funny? Talking about that too, there was actually this story, Buffalo State. So a guy got stabbed on campus. None of the 2 guys actually went to the school.
Yeah, that's common.
I'm
That's common.
I'm the first how you guys got on the campus in the first place?
J Suave, Cruise Lives on the line. What's up, bro? Album coming soon. So anybody's walking on campus.
Yeah, just walk
that
out.
explains a lot of the rapes that happen to a lot of the girls, and it's not from other students.
My school has 1 road to get in, 1 road to get in, 1 road to get out.
Ooh, that sounds like a horror movie.
Okay.
I know what you did last summer.
There's really 2, but there's 1 main road on my campus.
That is a scary movie.
At any point and time in the day, and the security at my campus sucks. They suck. It's a whole bunch of.
And you keep telling me come visit you.
When your life is at stake.
I'm hiring Juan Carlos.
Bodyguard.
I'm hiring Juan Carlos. Knock on wood, please. I need that knock on wood sound.
I don't know what that was.
You still got a long semester to go, my brother.
On my campus, I think about it every day on my campus.
Now you better answer my calls.
Oh, yeah, you good?
Every day on my campus, I think about this. It would be so easy. Again, disclaimer, these are not the thoughts of mine. It's just as a student, it is a concern. Every day I'm like, it would be so easy for any delusional or crazy person mad at the world to come up in here and release havoc.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like based on
I feel
all
like that going into Walmart.
So based on all that info,
Still.
I feel like there should be checkpoints for colleges.
There should. Yeah, these are people's kids.
So we have our
and major investments that are put into these places.
So, yeah. Totally different. 2 different financial systems.
You think the worst things happen in private? You think some of the worst things happen in private?
No, state. Oh, really? Private?
They conceal stuff when it happens. It's the school's reputation.
Oh, they have to. Yeah, they have to. Yeah. They want to pocket most of the money.
Donations, investors, benefits, and the money that they get from tuition. So now, if a school is a private institution and they hear, 15 girls got raped on campus last semester, and somebody exposes that, now in the springtime, because right now is when the recruitment process is starting, when kids are looking for colleges.
Right.
So now, if a student is actually does their research Yo, shit. Rutgers, which is not a private institution, just for the fact of just college names. Okay, Rutgers had 15 girls get raped. As a young lady, 18, I look good. I'm overdeveloped.
That's too much. Yeah, that's too much.
And nobody was charged.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
too much. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
too much. That's too much.
You never hear about it. A lot of stuff.
Yep. Get fucking swept under the rug. Because the reason why they do it. So the reason why they
somebody slides some money under the table.
no,
Here,
it's not
keep
even
this on the hush.
it's not even slide some money. The reason why they're doing it, they're trying to protect their reputation, all that funding, all that
from the wealthy parents that can afford to send their kids there.
So they're trying to protect their money, pretty much. They're like, oh, we still want to get all these donations and stuff.
I got a question before we go, right? Somebody asked me this earlier today. So y'all know Christmas is coming up next. That's the next big holiday, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is in the relationship world. So you just started talking to somebody
Summer.
over the summer,
Summer.
and we're talking about late August. All right, so you guys made it through Halloween. Maybe they made it to the table on Thanksgiving.
Maybe. Most likely not.
But now Christmas is coming up. Is it too soon to give? Does that person get a Christmas gift?